Good morning. It is Thursday, January 29th, 2026, and you're watching Breakfast Stream.
Do you remember a week ago when we were like, we're getting ready for a storm?
I do remember.
Yeah.
The poll has ended. The winner is Almond.
We're getting more this weekend.
Yeah, I think most people understand weather models and how that works, but there's a bunch of different models. And currently, it says that Raleigh is going to get somewhere between half an inch of snow and 29 inches of snow. And I'm like, we're really narrowing it down. The truth is somewhere in between. Probably wind up with a foot, or maybe a little less than a foot. We'll see. That is a wide margin. One of the models is like, no, half an inch. And another model was like 29 inches.
For us non-Americans, how much is 30 inches?
Nearly 3 feet.
The feet is still imperial.
I know. That was the joke.
Okay.
Thank you. Clears it right up. Almost a meter.
Radio Dread says blinking slowly. Thank.
Like in school we learn, and I think other Americans will probably validate this. We don't focus on metric really at all, but when you get there will be occasions where they'll be like, and this is kind of close to this. And I think there's two specific things. Yeah, just short of 1/100th of an American football. There's two things. One is you learned that 100 kilometers is about 60 miles.
I didn't learn that.
Oh.
If I did, I forgot it.
Oh. You can also learn that by just looking at any speedometer.
Yeah.
But you learn that 100 kilometers is about 60 miles. And then you learn that 3 feet is about a meter.
Well, it's because we have yardsticks, and we don't have meter sticks, but I figured there was meter sticks.
Yeah.
3 feet is a yard.
Yeah, sorry, Radio Dread. What I should have said is about a yard. It's very easy. 12 inches, a dozen, equals a foot. And then how many feet in a yard? 3. 3.
There's a good SNL skit that I really like where it's Washington.
Oh, yeah.
George Washington.
Yeah.
He's like, in our new nation.
There's 2 or 3 sketches of that now,
Yeah.
and they're all phenomenal. What's that? Very easy, Vagabond. How many feet in a mile? 5,280. You just remember. You just remember, you know? And yards? 5,280 divided by 3. You just remember.
And when children start school. Yes, George Washington, sir. They should start first grade. Nope. Kindergarten. Then first grade.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's one of those things that, like, if it's all you've learned, you do remember it. It doesn't mean that it's, like, great, right? Because it would be better if you were, like, kind of on the same thing as the rest of the world, so you could have a conversation. Like, this is actually a great example. Like, we can't have a conversation internationally because we have to do conversions. But when you grow up in it, you know it.
And then you take a science class and they're like, no, we're using metric.
Yeah, even if it's insane. Even if it's insane, you learn it. There's probably other insane things, but that's the easy ones. Still, this is mildly insane. It's fine. It's fine. We have scores. Let's see. Also a unit of measurement. No one uses scores.
No.
But we have them. We have them similar to how we have a $2 bill. We don't use them, but we do have them. A dozen, a gross, a score, acres, furlongs, hands, a baker's dozen. That's true. That's true. Oh, bushels. Oh, my God. I do not know what an acre is, and I refuse to learn. Woo. If you didn't have hands, how would you measure horses? Because horses are measured in hands. How much is a stone, Stevie? Get out of here with that English nonsense. We don't know anything about stones. I don't know what that is. Yeah,
and we measure cars and horsepower or engines.
Like, that made sense. Like, you know, that did make, like, I can see why we did that. Like 100 years on, I'm like, I don't know that we still need that measurement, but we've just always used it. Because for the longest time, it was like, this car is the same as several horses. And now it's like, several thousand horses. But the horse isn't horsepower. Yeah, we can't fix it. You know. It's fine. Renee says, my British friends are so proud of me. I've been properly using the terms chips and biscuits, pants, and torch. Oh, what's the one that's also, they do different? The elevator is different.
Lift?
The lift. They call it the lift. Yeah. And also, the trunk of a car is a boot, I think. Is that real?
Yes.
That's real. Yeah. So there's like all these different little things. It lifts. Fair, yes, it does lift.
Me the bird.
It also drops. You know, there's an alternate universe where everything is exactly the same, but the English call it a lifty droppy. So... And that would still be technically correct. Be like, it does do a lifty and it does do a droppy. Alright, I should probably read some alerts. We had 51 months from Rebel Tech TV. 29 from Ilson. 58 from Master Wabbit. 4 months from Palace of Azem. 300 bits from Blue Haired Cyborg. It says, can I get some good vibes? I just released the first episode of my own vlog series, inspired by Stephen, and I forgot how anxiety-inducing it can be to release a project out into the world. Good vibes. That does get better.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's that the anxiety gets better or if it's that the feeling of not giving a crap just gets higher. I think for me, part of it is age. Because I'm like older and cranky and I just don't care what I make and release. And then another part of it is just having done it a long time. But also in high school, I was dressing up like Earthbound characters and jumping around in public, so
Yeah.
I think I lost shame at some point in middle or high school. We got 85 months from Luna Gazer, 72 from the Queen's Thief. That's a 6. 73 from Jolteron, 51 from Mean Dean, 11 from Aggregated Molecules, 52 months from Demon's Blessing, 500 from Jet Jet says, still waiting on Waukesha on my references, which is an entire thing. While I wait, I have an initial interview soon with a rescue in Richmond, Virginia, so things are moving, and I'm slowly going insane. Good vibes. Things are never going to move as quickly as you want them to, and sometimes they will be glacial pace.
Yeah.
But hopefully some information soon. Soonish. 71 months from Shadowlance. And there was a poll that ran right before breakfast stream. Best non-dairy milk. Y'all said almond, 37%. And then oat, 32%. Other, 19%. 8% said coconut. And 3.6% said soy.
I feel like I've only had soy.
I've had almond. It's different.
Yeah.
That was my take. We had almond milk when Claire was here. Because I had asked Claire, I was like, is there anything you want like for breakfast or something? And she said, oh, well...
Orange juice and almond milk.
Well, cereal.
Yeah.
So, obviously, you know, I did the smart thing and went to Costco to buy the almond milk, so we barely got through any of it while she was here. And then I used the rest for cereal. And that was my takeaway, was like, it's not, like, obviously it is a milk replacement for some people, but for me, I was like, this is just different milk. Which makes sense, because it's different milk. You know, instead of grabbing the udders on a cow, they grab the udders on an almond. And it tastes different. It's a very different experience.
Coffee!
It needs a different hand motion. I'm sorry, have you ever seen a cow? It's that. I ain't never touched one.
I have.
I know. They make everyone do that before they let you leave the state. But
You've left the state.
I didn't come from the state. If you're born there...
It was a kindergarten field trip.
I mean, I could do it.
It's harder than you think.
It's harder? Mm-hmm. What part's harder?
It's not just pull. There's like a whole thing with it.
Do you have to use the other hand to massage the udder or something?
Well, you kind of let it like slip through your hand a little bit as well.
I don't like this description anymore.
Yeah.
I'm done with this. 300 bits from Night Owl, who says, sending good vibes to all those who are still waiting for the roads to be plowed. Stay warm. It's 5 degrees here in Philly.
I heard some of the roads in that area have not been plowed and are super slick.
5 degrees. Man. That's cold. Of course, me saying that is going to get some people to be like, it's negative blank here. And guess what? That also cold. Too cold. Ever had time for a petting zoo field trip? I mean, I would milk a cow just to be like, I did it. I watched a video where someone went to it was a farm, but it was like a farm that does like a tour thing too, where they charge like, I don't know, $3 or something, and they're like, you know, we'll give you a tour, and then part of that tour is milking a cow. And I watched the person do it, and I was like, I can do this. I definitely feel like I have that down. I wouldn't want to... The other part of the tour was that they drank the milk. Like, they sprayed it directly in a cup and drank it. And I was like, I don't want to do that. Sorry. I don't want it fresh from the teat. I watched a video, so yeah, I'm basically a pro.
Steven's unearned milking confidence.
There's a lot of videos where I do feel that way. There's certainly things I don't. But there's a lot of things where, like, I see that and I'm like, I could do that. Like, if it's something that an electrician is doing, I'm like, I don't know if I can do that. But other stuff, I'm like, I could do that. When I watched the video of the person that took the coffee maker part, and I was like, I could do that. And
a little bit different.
Different than milking a cow?
Yes.
Yeah, the cow should be easier. I kind of want to do this now. I watched a video about the alleged moon landing. I can do it for sure. Killing Time did tell us that cows are harmless. I wish I remembered word for word what that stupid riddle was, because I was telling Mao about it, and I was like, in Killing Time, there's all of these riddles, and it's like, 90% of them made sense. And I was like, the ones that didn't make sense made no sense to me. Because it was, yes, 2 harmless animals for each leg of your journey. Your options are cows, frogs, or chickens. So my first thought is like, okay, they're for each leg of your journey.
Cow, chicken,
and frog. That was the riddle. And I was like, okay, it's probably frog because they're pushing this leg thing. It could be chicken too. So we do frog, and that's not right. And I'm like, okay, it's chicken. We do chicken, and that's not right. The answer to the riddle was cows.
What was the full thing again?
2 harmless animals for each leg of your journey. If anyone can make this connection... Was it a group of 4 cows? J-Mac says, it's a pun. Cows are armless, but so are frogs? I guess. Well, no, frogs are on 2 legs. I don't know. Anyway, it was stupid. Every other riddle in that game made way more sense. Way more sense. What game are you playing tomorrow? Look at his arms. Okay, this is different. This is an anthropomorphized frog. He's upright. And he's also holding, what do they call that? Magnifying glass. I've never seen a frog do that. By the way, tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, we're playing this. Frog Detective. It's about a frog who's a detective. Looking forward to playing it.
I'm excited.
I'm excited too. I hear it's cute. And I could use a little cute. Never seen a frog using a magnifying glass on ants to cook its meal. I have missed that. I did not see that. I've met several frogs. Yeah. I haven't like spent a lot of time around them. Stark Mike says it's going to be both of you. Yep. It's a Friday stream. It'll be both of us. And Killing Time it took a little bit longer than I thought.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be finished.
Were you stuck on the cow riddle for?
I wasn't. It just is. It's a longer game than I suspected. The whole time I've been collecting the keys, and I've been like, I almost got all the keys, therefore I'm almost done with the game. And then the game's like, okay, but that's not what you need to get. You need to get the vessels. not the keys. The keys just help you get the vessels. And I was like, oh.
It says Cow Riddle took an hour. She was there.
That's not true.
I believe her.
But that's an exaggeration of time. It was like 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Night Owl says, also, speaking of, the whiplash of seeing Donkey Kong Country Returns on the channel yesterday.
That was what he was hoping for.
That's what I wanted. The opportunity to do something like that does not come very often. And I was super, super excited at the ability to do a joke like that. The funniest part was reading the comments. Because there's comments that are like, a return to form. You know, there's something special about recording this not on stream and on demand. And it's, you know, I think Steven is actually maybe funnier pre-recorded or whatever. And like, it just proved something that I have known forever, which was whenever we started doing, you know, stream stuff and putting it on Steven Plays, there were people that were like very, very upset and said, this is completely different. It's not the same. It's a very different thing. And like, we really worked hard to make it feel the same. And the minute that we took away like the visual elements, so there's no face cam and there's no chat, people were like, good job. Thank you for going back to this old style. And I'm like, it's literally the same. Dan punched in to the stream. It's the same thing. Like, we're gonna release it onto the VOD channel like today or tomorrow, and it's just zoomed out to include the chat and the face cam. So yeah, but I mean, in fairness, placebo is real and it is strong, and there are people that like, they really, you know, they really liked the old style. Dan should punch out at the end of the series to reveal the stream footage. Midnight Loner says, I don't remember, was alerts turned off? Yeah, alerts are turned off. Yeah, and we typically do that.
Yeah.
Like on Fridays especially.
Mm-hmm.
On Wednesday, I usually don't turn alerts off because there's just a lot fewer alerts on Wednesdays. But even when we have Dan do a highlights video of stuff, the alert track can be muted, so we always have him mute it, and then also generally cut around alerts, visual alert if you can.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm just amused. We've never had the ability to like test this directly. So having this come out and me not even thinking about that element and people being like, wow, good job. This is so great. I'm like, I knew it. I always knew it in my heart. It's fine. We had 67 months from Elfie Goldfish and 84 months from Gadzooks. This is 7. Yeah, Sammy says, it actually makes me sad when I can't see the chat in VODs because chat is very funny. It's, at this point, we are always doing our best to include chat in the VODs, which is why even when we do the full screen stuff with green screen, we have the chat under us.
Yeah.
And that's just because chat is funny, and I do think it's worth including, but also because Twitch doesn't save things anymore, it's the only way to ensure that those things are captured. So
Coffee.
it's archiving. Jet so this proves people don't like your face. Some people, yeah, it's true. It's true. They're like, this guy's voice is fine. Why? He's got a face for radio. Why is he looking at me? I don't want to see this man. I did face cam on horror stuff back in the day. Because, like, that people want to see you go, oh. I don't know if I did enough for people, but I was afraid of like amnesia. Amnesia was upsetting.
Gather your afternoon's megalomania with Tiny Eddie's decaying lime and chicken swirls.
Decaying lime and chicken swirls. Oh, is that those?
Coffee.
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Pinwheels! Thank you, Cosmic. Pinwheels. Cosmic got me. Yeah, like a pinwheel. But with chicken and old limes. That was from Aggregated Molecules. Says, time for a snack before this meeting starts. Hit me up. Not this. You probably don't want a decaying lime. That's too old. There's certain things that we do decay.
On purpose.
And we're like, I don't know how humans figured this. I mean, I guess people just died. They're like, the old cheese is great. We love old cheese. Old cheese, yeah. They're like, what else should we try old? Chicken, yeah. Fred's dead. They have a big list and they're like, chicken. No. Not chicken. Wine! These grapes are great. Sounds really special about these grapes when they're older. And then it's time to try something else old. They're like, I don't know. Milk! If it's not too old, you get like cottage cheese.
I don't think that's how cottage cheese is made.
I don't think so either.
No.
But I'm not sure, and I know that I'm adjacent to how it works. Do you like cottage cheese?
No.
It's gross.
It is
looking.
gross.
It's gross looking. My dad likes it. But he's it, I think. I don't
like cream cheese unless it's in a dessert either.
I like eating it with Ritz crackers. I don't think, I'm gonna be honest, I like things now. Like in adulthood, I feel like I'm cool with things. But yeah, exactly. It's a texture nightmare.
It has a taste. I've tried it.
I hope it has a taste. You can blend it. Well, but then you're just making milk again, right? You just send it back. Send it back to what it was.
Thief of Embers, sour cream is the best condiment.
Like cream cheese is fine. Sour cream is fine.
DC20 Will Save says, anytime I meet someone who uses cottage cheese instead of ricotta and lasagna, I have thoughts. My best friend in high school, her mom did that, and I was horrified.
I like ricotta.
I love ricotta.
But also, when I eat ricotta, it's hot. I don't just eat, like, cold ricotta. So, if cottage cheese was hot, if I had some hot cottage cheese...
I think I need to go vomit.
Then, like, maybe... Well, you know how I microwave avocados? Because I'm insane?
Yeah.
Maybe that's... Yeah, cottage cheese. Magma, you do what? Listen, everybody's different. Sometimes we talk about this and there's people that haven't heard about it. I do microwave avocado. Not the whole avocado. Like, I take the stuff out first. I don't just throw an avocado in the microwave like an insane person. I scoop it out.
And mashes it, and then he throws it in the microwave for 30 seconds.
White people crimes. In fairness, I have never met another person in my life who does this other than my mother. And, like, can I eat them, like, room temp? Like, I can. I just don't like it. I like them warm. So. Because I don't think this is an insane thing. I like to have, like, you have some toast. I like the toast warm, right? Like, this is hot toast. Like, you put the jam on it.
Have you heard of microwaving avocados?
Oh, I can't wait to hear the yes, and I do it too. Just be zero. Everyone's like, no, I do not do this. What about cold avocado in or on a warm thing? Like, so people don't typically heat their guacamole up, and guacamole's fine. Like, I'm fine with it. I won't eat a ton of it, but it's fine. And if I was at a restaurant that only served avocado toast, I don't know, the name of the restaurant's like Millennial Dream or something, then, like, I could order there. I wouldn't need them to heat it up. I can eat it, but, like, I prefer everything warm. Ideally. It's fine. We had 300 Bits of Shy says, my brother-in-law was over and saw my small wall of retro games / consoles and wanted to pull out the N64. To my dread, it didn't work, so I did the only sane thing. Cracked it open with no prior expertise and tried to fix it. One dusting and reassembly later, it lives again. There you go. Sometimes that's all it takes.
Sometimes.
The consoles require special bits, or is it just the games? Because if it requires a special bit and you manage to get it open without that, I'm impressed. Shy, both. All right. I mean, maybe you did have the bit. I don't know. Okay, so you did have the bits. I was like, I don't know how you would open something without that.
They're stars, right?
Maybe?
The poll has ended. The winner is Seek Help Steven.
Do you remember the time you microwaved salsa? And you were like, this is how I like salsa. And you heated it up. And then you tried it and you were like, never mind.
Listen, in fairness, everyone has like a brain fart moment.
Yeah, you did.
That was a very big brain fart moment. I don't know what was wrong with me. It was a late at night or something, and we were gonna have some salsa, and then I put mine in a separate bowl because I was like, oh, I heat mine up, and you looked at me and you're like,
What are you doing?
What are you doing? I was like, no, I like my salsa hot. And in my brain, I was like, I like it hot. And then I put it in when it came out, immediately my brain was like, no, you don't. You've never done this. What is wrong with you? So that was like a one-time thing where my brain was like...
Yeah, it was just one time, and that's why I questioned it. I was like, what are you doing? And you were like, but I like it hot. And I'm like,
I don't know what I was thinking. I sometimes...
You're being like... Were you thinking of something else maybe at the time? I don't know.
Maybe I thought I had a big old bowl of avocados. This goes in the microwave. I don't know. That's only happened one time.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Yeah, we lived in the apartment. That just happens sometimes. You know how sometimes you go to like... You make like a peanut butter jelly sandwich.
Microwave. This ice cream's too cold.
Like sometimes you especially like early in the morning, you like if you go to make PB&J or something, and you have the jelly, then you walk into the pantry, you put it in the pantry, and then you go back to what you're doing, and then like 1 minute later, your brain goes, wait, something's wrong. So it's like slowly catching up, and then you're like, that's right, and then you have to go back and. Yeah, that happens sometimes. Yeah. I've done that in the shower with things.
Did you put your shampoo in the pantry?
No, I don't mean that. Like you'll be in the shower. See? That's the same thing. Chaz says, I did a couple weeks ago crack an egg directly into the sink. Just took a second to look at it sitting there. It just happens. You just sometimes, especially like if you're not fully awake and you're trying to think of several steps. Did you microwave your shit? No. But there's been times in the shower where like I've put like face wash in my hair. Or I've washed my face with shampoo or something. You know, like I have the shampoo and then I'm like, I put it on my face and immediately my body is like, something's wrong. I don't like this. What's going on? And then you're like, what have I done? And then you have to, yeah. So I've done that. Y'all need more sleep and less booze. I got bad news about one of those. I can never use that as an excuse. Whew. Anyway, have you heard of microwaving avocados? 91% said seek help. 12 people said yes. You heard it from me. One person says, I'd do it too. It's my mom watching. She's like, yeah, I do that. Just say you have hot dog brain. I do have hot dog brain. When am I going to Costco next, though? Gotta get my wiener score up.
Are you going today?
No.
Okay.
Not today. Unless you want to go too. We'll be out later.
Yeah. I wanted to go to,
Ollie's.
Home Depot or something.
I was just saying what I thought was going to happen.
What am I looking at? Any list. The only thing on our grocery list is table salt. Also, I need socks. More of these socks, because they're wearing out.
Can we come up with a better name than Wiener Score for this hot dog challenge? I don't think so. I think Wiener Score is about as good as we can probably get.
Did you count the bratwurst?
No.
Okay.
No. I don't think that's the same.
Okay.
Because I enjoyed the bratwurst.
You don't enjoy hot dogs?
They're fine. They're fine. I'm only really eating them for my
A
Wiener
poll
Score.
has begun. Do you have a wiener score?
Okay, first off, the answer is yes. This isn't a poll. Everyone has a Wiener Score. How many hot dogs have you eaten in 2026? That's your Wiener Score. Your Wiener Score might be 0, but everyone's got one.
I think 1.
1.
I think I had 1 Costco hot dog.
I'm at 5. Yeah. Wiener Score is like a speedometer. You don't have or not have one. You have one. It's just what's on your winometer. Wiener Score that matters. Does it count if I put them in mac and cheese? Yes. If it's like one whole hot dog, then that's 1. Any way that you're ingesting a wiener, that counts. If you eat a hot dog, it doesn't matter how it got there. That counts. Kiwi Scipio, 13. That's a high Wiener Score. What if it's a Hillshire Farm sausage put into pasta? I mean, that's probably fine. It's up to you. You got to decide what counts as a wiener.
You decided for you, bratwurst didn't count.
I decided for me it was going to be strictly hot dogs. But we did also have bratwurst, and that would have been reasonable. Does anyone really win if they have a high Wiener Score? We haven't discussed prizes yet. I don't know what Thomas's is. I think Thomas's is still 0. Because when I first had this conversation with Thomas, he was like,
The
we'll get
poll has
started
ended.
in February.
The winner is what?
And I was like, why are we getting started in February? It's the year. It's now. And he goes, oh, okay, fine. So I was like, I guess he just didn't plan to eat any hot dogs until February.
Yeah.
Link Scale says, I'm at like 30. That's a very good wiener score. It's a very respectable score. That's more than one a day, which is about as high as I think you can get. Definitely in the 20s. So the reason that my wiener score is so low, if we consider 5 low, is that, like, if you buy a pack of hot dogs, you're gonna eat some. But I'm only eating them at Costco, so.
Didn't you have a corn dog, though? You went to Cookout?
I think that was technically December.
Okay.
I don't think that was this year. Anyway. We had 43 months from Luna Rose VT. And a snack.
The most afraid way to start your noon, Tiny Eddie's Extra Crispy Knowledge Slices.
Do you want to be scared? Get some knowledge.
Desmond's My Hello says, Tiny Eddie, what concoction can you provide for us? Surely it won't be worse than microwaved avocado or microwave salsa.
A poll has begun. What's your wiener score so far in 2026?
Finally, some good data. Extra crispy knowledge slices. I think that's just when you... Yeah, it's just when you fry up a book. God said no to knowledge squares in the garden. I love my knowledge slice. You could eat a book.
Is my book into the library?
Because the book is paper. You can eat some amount of paper. Yeah, I don't think it helps you.
What am I doing? Library.
Well, I don't know what that website was, but it was wrong. The squares on that were too small.
Seeing if my book's into the library.
Oh yeah, because you got a library thing. I don't have a library thing.
Coffee.
An account?
Yeah. That's what I meant. During Bits of Shy says, I'm now realizing how much your stream alerts have ruined me. The Yoshi's Island music kicked on just now, and my brain automatically inserted the sound of Steven desperately trying to come up with lyrics. What have you done to us? I'm slowly ruining the Yoshi, or enhancing the Yoshi's Island song. I guess it depends on your definition.
The poll has ended. The winner is 0.
Okay, all right. The options were 0, less than 5, or more than 5. So 95 people here have not eaten a single hot dog this year. 34 people have had less than 5 hot dogs, and 25 people have had more than 5 hot dogs. I really feel like it's
not baseball season yet.
That's going to change it. That'll change it. It's a lot to do with whether you're buying hot dogs or not. You know, because the less than 5s, I would put myself in that. It's 5, but I'm getting them from the Costco. But if you're buying a pack like that, you know, that gives you 8 or 16 or whatever. Summer Nora says hot dogs are not great for you. It's true. They're full of like nitrites and nitrates and other 8s. But, and this is true, they are tasty.
And they're $1.50 at Costco.
And they're very cheap. They're very cheap. If you need calories and protein at an inexpensive price, a hot dog is a pretty reasonable way to do that.
We could go to one of the many hot dog places in Raleigh, and you could try their hot dogs, like the Cardinal Bar. Their hot dogs are actually good.
I mean, okay, take a step back there. Costco's hot dogs are good. They're good.
Don't you remember the hot dog ride I went on last year? I got to try 3 of Raleigh's hot dogs.
And how much did you pay?
More than $1.50.
Yeah.
I admit, but
How much is a hot dog?
I don't remember how much.
Like,
it
if
costs
you go to
Target.
like a hot dog stand, I don't even know. Like, this is 2026 America. Probably like $8 if it's got stuff on it. Like, if they're like, this one's got like stuff,
a Sonoran dog though.
you know. I'll get stuff on my hot dog, but the thing that I want is I just want like a foot-long hot dog with a squiggle of mustard, yellow mustard. That's my go-to. And very occasionally, go to the Sonic Drive-In and eat a chili cheese dog with a fork. I do like to do that about like once every 2 to 3 years. This would be the year to do it, because that would add to my wiener score. We're back to measurements. A squiggle of mustard. Oh, slug. That's a Steven measurement, though. That's not an American measurement. Slug of mustard. We've talked about slugs of mustard before. I think some people remember that. Anyway, how much is a slug? A slug is it's a little more. It's like a slug is like 2 to 3 dabs.
Can I leave?
And a dab is a little more than a bit.
Can I leave?
You work here. A squirt, yeah. A slug is a little more than a squirt.
I'm gonna go in the studio and go live and have an alternative breakfast stream.
No, that's.
Coffee.
Can you imagine? That. I think that's the one thing that Chaz would be like, okay, stop. You can't have competing streams. Vagabond, you know all of the mods would close out of this window immediately. I know. We watch viewership just tank, and then you'd be over there and be like, everyone's here. Like, I know.
More people are here.
We gained people. That's fine. We had 65 months from Caber29. 300 from Jet says, considering I eat 4 corn dogs at a time, my wiener score goes up exponentially. Fair. When in college, we would get we'd go to Sam's Club and buy the big, it's like a crate. It's like a corn dog crate. You got like 120 of them for a nickel or whatever. It was great. And yeah, when I would eat those, I'd eat like several at a time.
I'm 16.
Maybe 1600 with some gold lighting. That's nice. The demons don't need to win. Steven is more unhinged. I support it. I do think I am more unhinged than you. But I do think that people like you more than me. You have your moments of unhingedness, though. I've seen it. There's some chaos that comes out. Yeah, I know you get the bloodlust on Mondays. Also, that's a good phrase. It's like an alternative Garfield strip. Yeah, you have some chaos. You don't say questionable things. Yeah. It's been proven people don't like my... It's true. It's true. Everything fell into place as soon as we moved the face cam away.
Every so often, Mal wakes up and chooses chaos, and sometimes I do things like force people to go up Tokyo Tower.
Renee, my children can watch, Mal. We did have a conversation with Austin and Nikki. Nikki specifically had been talking about like letting the kids, watch stuff, and she was like, and we let them watch your stuff because, we know that you're family friendly or whatever. And I was like, well, hold on. I was like, whoa, let's slow down here. I was like, we don't use that term family friendly, because we're not. We are, I think, family adjacent. We've seen families. We know what they look like. We're familiar with families. I just, I think we, yeah, like PG-13, PG most of the time, mostly PG. PG, but like Blues Brothers PG. You know what I mean? Like before they had PG-13. I think we're like Blues Brothers PG. Where it's like mostly fine, and then every once in a while something will happen or be said, and you'll be like, oh yeah, that's right. These are two adults who are 30 or 40 years old. An 80s PG movie. QueerQuest says, you basically never curse, and for some people that's close enough. I always remember I had been playing Uncharted, and I guess this was like a long time ago, and the dialogue in Uncharted is like, there's profanity in that game. Not like a lot, but like there's profanity in that game. And at some point, I don't know if I was reading a note in the game or something, because I don't generally swear, but I was reading a note or something, and I said the word, and there's a comment that was like, hey, my mom got really upset that you said this word. And I was like, you do realize that all the enemies are saying these words. Like, it's happening. You're hearing it. Like, that's also words. Like, just because I didn't say it, that's also happening. Like, I don't know what to tell you, man. Anyway, it's fine. People have seen, what was the game with the birds? You were gone, and I played the game with the birds for 6 hours
Alba?
straight. Alba! Yeah.
Do I need to leave more? Just play a game for 6 hours straight.
No. I don't think... I think Chaz would be like, no, stop. Yeah. Yeah. Tits and boobs are birds. In the game. And also in real life. Those are real birds. Where was I? I'm interested. Oh, the game. Yeah. 300 bits from DC20 will save. Next time you have to go through Ohio, stop into Skyline. Order a cheese coney to increase your wiener score. We went through Ohio recently. And I really wanted to stop at Skyline. And Mal did... Not. Mal did not. I think your words were, I don't want to be sick. And you know what? Fair. We're on a road trip.
I already wasn't feeling great.
You already weren't feeling great?
Yeah.
Jazz. Wow. I have not... I would have loved to have done that, but it's true. If you were already feeling an upset stomach, I don't think Skyline Chili is going to fix it. Going to Skyline does seem like a way to increase your travel time, because you will be making a stop. Yeah. But next time, I would like to go there. I've only had Skyline Chili once. When Paul made it for us.
So it was very authentic.
It was authentic, and Ohioan made it for us, and also Paul brought official Skyline chili, like the cans of it. So it was about as authentic as you could get without being there. So, and I liked it. Like it's weird. If people don't know what Skyline chili is, it's spaghetti.
And if you've never heard of it, hearing it spaghetti was concerning. Skyline chili.
Yeah, let me. I want to get this right.
It's spaghetti, a can of chili, and a ton of cheese.
Yeah, you aren't. And maybe a mod could find a photo, because you can't. You have to see a photo to understand the cheese situation. Like, it's the cheese, though. It's so much cheese. It is good, Colton. I agree. I liked it. But I was also okay with consuming that much cheese.
There it is.
Yeah, you see under there, there's spaghetti.
Oh yeah, there's onions.
It's like spaghetti and onions and chili, because it's chili, and then it's just that much cheese. Nunshu says it can also be a hot dog instead of spaghetti. Yeah, like that's... It's good, though. It's good. I think it's inspired by someone who went to an Olive Garden one time, and the person started doing the cheese, and then the person in the chair decided never to say stop. I think that's how it happened. The first half of your meal was just cheese. True.
That reminds me of a Wisconsin food I had heard of recently.
Oh, that you hadn't heard of before?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm super curious now. Where did the chili come in? I guess it was, they were putting the cheese on a spaghetti with meat sauce. Oh, shoot. Getting up to 10. What is that? Cannibal sandwiches. A polarizing and misunderstood Wisconsin tradition. I refuse to read any more about this article. I want to read only the headline and just let people think whatever they're going to think. But one more time, in case you missed that. Cannibal sandwiches. A polarizing and misunderstood Wisconsin tradition. This is from WPR, Wisconsin Public Radio.
It's raw ground beef on rye bread.
Imagine. It's the holidays, and to quiet your pre-dinner hunger, someone hands you a slice of rye bread topped with a thick spread of fresh raw beef, chopped onion, and a sprinkle of salt and pepper. Sounds great, right? Cannibal sandwiches are a long-time Milwaukee tradition. Come Christmas time, Bunzel's goes through over 1,000 pounds of raw beef, about 250 pounds of raw onions, exclusively for cannibal sandwiches. Huh. Neat. If you like food, you have to try it. That's a quote from the article.
See, despite it being Milwaukee specifically, like, I never heard of it.
I mean, I would try it. That doesn't bother me. Like, raw chicken would be harder for me.
Raw chicken isn't any better than cooked chicken. It's not worth it.
I know.
Ask me how I know.
Yeah. Yeah, it does feel like you would get sick. Are they doing something special to prevent illness?
No.
Oh, so you just get sick.
From what?
The cannibal sandwich.
I mean, there's a lot less in beef than there is chicken, so it's normally safer, like beef tartare. Or like a rare steak.
The thing they're doing is being in Wisconsin. Would you rather eat a cannibal sandwich or a microwaved avocado? I think everyone would be like, just no. I refuse to. I refuse to participate. Yeah, I would try it. I'm not disinterested in that.
I
don't
do know
I don't know if
growing
I
up,
like it, but
my grandmother, iPad grandma, would take bread, slap some butter on it, and then put raw ground beef on it, and then put it under the broiler.
to cook it.
Yeah, but I don't know like how long she cooked it. But like they lived in Milwaukee, so like maybe not all that much.
Circle Now Squared says, my family has never gotten sick from the sandwiches. Yeah, it's fine. It seems fine. I would try it. I don't think it's something that I would try and be like, this is the best thing I've ever... But, you know, who knows? Maybe. Next time we're in Milwaukee, we'll seek it out.
It's a holiday thing.
Next time we're in Milwaukee...
For Christmas?
For Christmas. Which I don't know when that'll be. I guess we could make them at home. I don't think I would want to make it at home, but... something you could do. It's 10.
Yeah.
It's 10. I ran beans. Tomorrow at 11 a.m. you are doing a painting stream, but it's like gonna be kind of quick. Maybe.
Yeah. I have to do a blue wash over the water of the Mount Fuji painting, and then a gold wash over the sky.
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then tomorrow night, I know I already said, but Frog Detective. So, frogs. Mm-hmm. It's going to be frogs tomorrow. Or at least one frog. I don't know if there's multiple frogs. And then Sunday, I generally aim for 1 p.m. Hades. I'll be playing Hades again. I had a good Hades run last Sunday. 2 good Hades runs, actually. So that was fun. It went well, and it was also slightly insane. The second run, especially, because it was like everyone was like, "This is doomed," and then slowly, it was like, "Is it not doomed? Is he going to do it?" So it's a good one. I liked it a lot. Saturday surprise in case of power again. I don't think we're gonna lose power this weekend. Not with snow. So we should be good. So I'll be on Sunday, and when I'm on, there will be somewhere between half an inch and 29 inches of snow outside.
If there's 30 inches,
riot. All right, y'all have yourselves a wonderful Thursday. Mal will see you in the morning on her channel for painting. And we'll both see you tomorrow evening for Frog Detective. See you then.